Welcome back. One chair alone. Good. This is called Chapter 6, and it comprises recognition and celebration. We'll bow our heads to those that combined creativity with pushing their boundaries. Boys and girls that from the first line of code to the final demo product spent countless hours, many sleepless nights in your own hackathons. So check it out, be here for surprises and also for emotions. And we will check out what it is like to recognize excellence in the presence of the idea that what is the most important thing for builders. Now that's a conversation you don't want to miss between Anton Pompliano, investor at Pump Investment in New York, and your own Benjamin Minko. Let's stay a bit for the hackathon wrap-ups. So I want to read the names so that I don't miss anyone. xDay Hackathon Wrap-up, Alex Radu, business manager at MultiversX, will be here. Next, Monica Tarzou, marketing specialist at MultiversX, will be here for the xDay Hackathon Awards Ceremony. And finally, Lucian Minko, co-founder and CIO at MultiversX, will be here with the long-awaited xDay Hackathon Finale. That's just in a moment. But we need to go, yeah. Cool, that's you. All right, let's do with this Pump. Anthony Pompliano is smiling already. Put Pump in Pump Investment. He's an entrepreneur and tech investor. He hosts the highly popular Pump podcast with over 50 million downloads. Go check it out. From New York, live on our screens and with a lot of pomp, let's welcome Anthony Pompliano and your Benny. Here.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us, Anthony? It's really
I can.
great.
Nice to see everyone. Sorry that I couldn't be there in person.
No problem, no problem. It's really, really great and a great pleasure to have you with us. I'm sure a lot of people know you from the podcast, from the different initiatives that you're undertaking. And I'm always impressed by people who push the builders even further than they would go otherwise. And you've been a great supporter of builders and so forth. So today I think it will be a great conversation, and I'm super curious to hear a bit your thoughts on some of the lessons and some of the insights that you've discovered working with builders throughout the world.
Absolutely. I mean, look, builders in general, at the end of the day, an entrepreneur is just a problem solver. And I think that sometimes that gets lost. It's very easy to get excited about making money or about trends or about, impressions and clicks online. But at the end of the day, whether you are building a local small business to serve food to those in your community, or you're trying to build the next Facebook, Google, Amazon, etc., you are just solving a problem. And so what we have seen over and over again is the people who can keep that in mind, who can identify very painful problems and then go out and solve them, usually can create pretty interesting products and companies.
Sure. I'm very, very curious if you'd summarize some of the most useful lessons that you've learned throughout the time to maybe 3-5 points. What would be the lessons that you would say every builder should come back toward, whatever he's doing, however fast things are working or not working? What are those principles that maybe guide you on looking for these builders as they build the future?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. A couple that immediately jump to mind. First, make sure that you're working on a problem that you deeply care about. There is something that comes from having the enthusiasm and the energy every single day to jump out of bed and want to go and tackle it. And so you really have to believe in the thing that you're doing. Some people care about, the next calendar app or care about the next developer tool. other people that's really boring to them, and they would not spend years and years and years working on it. Eventually they'd become disinterested, and ultimately the quality of the work and the final outcome would suffer. And so making sure that you pick something that you think aligns with who you are as a person, how you want the world to look in the future, and something that you think is a mission that you can be energetic about for a ton of years, 10, 15, 20 years, is really important. The second thing is to very quickly understand that no one is coming to save you. And what I mean by that is people who raise capital, who have advisors, who even have people who work on their teams. As the entrepreneur, you really have to have this mindset of self-reliance. You have to go out and understand that if something needs to get done, at the end of the day, you are responsible. That's what leadership is all about. When things go right, you're responsible for that. When things go wrong, you're responsible for that. And so that idea of self-reliance is really important because people who especially raise capital, I think they expect investors to kind of wave a magic wand and help make them successful. And as any entrepreneur who's in the crowd will tell you that's raised capital, most investors are actually not helpful. Right? You even send out, your weekly, your monthly, or quarterly updates, and they don't even respond to them. And so no one is coming to save you. Your company is going to be successful either because you helped make it successful or you didn't. And once you kind of understand that, you'll start to act on that. The third thing is the quality of the people that you include in your team is ultimately what's going to drive the outcome. There's example after example throughout history of the great companies which started out doing one thing and ended up doing something completely different. But the common thread is always the best companies have the best talent. And so focusing fanatically on making sure that you have the best people is a really important thing. And then lastly, I would say is the world is changing. And as that world changes, there's two different strategies. You can either try to build companies and make bets on things that won't change. If you think kind of a Warren Buffett, that's really his strategy, is he doesn't want to invest in the newest cutting edge technology. He wants to invest in the things that he thinks are not going to change over the coming decades. At the same time, there's a lot of people probably in this room and across the tech industry, they are betting on the change. And so understanding what is the strategy that I'm employing either as a builder or as an investor, and then making sure that the decisions that you're making are aligning with that. All those things I think kind of feed into structurally understanding where is opportunity, how do I want to participate in that opportunity, and then what am I going to have to do once I start to act.
Those are some absolutely fascinating points, and we could talk for days on each of them. I'm very curious, as you look through the builders and startups that come your way, what are some of the frameworks or insights that you're looking and judging when you want to invest and bet on a founder?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who I think, have all kinds of crazy frameworks, and frankly, they're smarter than me. When you read about some framework that someone has for investing on a blog post or whatever, I immediately just put them in the category of those people are way too smart for me. The two things that I look for are the team and traction. And really team, I think that we entered a period in the tech industry where there were so many people critiquing tech that it became uncool to care. It became uncool to work hard. It became uncool to be ambitious. It became uncool to try to actually change the world. And it was almost because we had over-rotated so much on that. And as the critics showed up, they were able to kind of take hold of the narrative and attack and say, how are you so arrogant to believe you can change the world? I actually think it's the exact opposite. Yes, we should be arrogant enough to change the world, right? And the reason is because we have examples throughout history that show technologists and entrepreneurs are the ones who change the world. I say over and over again that founders and builders are the single most important people in the world because they're actually the ones who act. Every single thing around you was built by an entrepreneur, right? And so people will always say, no, that's not true. The government had a huge hand. The government will fund a lot of things. The private sector will fund a lot of things, but ultimately an entrepreneur is who builds this stuff. And so the chair that everyone is sitting in right now, an entrepreneur provided. The building that you're in, the entrepreneur provided. The technology we're using to live stream right now, an entrepreneur provided. The food that you ate today, an entrepreneur provided. Every single thing in your life, an entrepreneur created. And so understanding that entrepreneurs and builders are the single most important people in the world, and that we should be arrogant enough to believe that we can change the world, because you have to believe it if you actually want to do it, I think is a really, really important piece. And so when I talk to teams, there's a lot of folks who I think are saying the things they think people should say, And what you find are those people are ill-equipped to go and be successful in today's world. If you go and you talk to a founder who is so arrogantly believing in themselves and their team that they can go and fundamentally change something, they have a higher probability of being able to do that. And so you can tease that out pretty quickly. The second thing is traction. I always say, just take it to the extreme. What is the single best pitch that you could ever do for an investor? You just screenshot your metrics. No words, no deck, no, memo, no anything. If you have an amazing company that's working, you should be able to just screenshot your dashboard and send it to an investor, and they immediately call you and say, I want to invest. That's the best pitch possible. And so what ends up happening is the worse that your metrics are, the more that you need the deck, the more that you need the memo, the more that you need the sales pitch. And so really, if you kind of focus on what is the thing that ultimately is going to convince investors to want to invest in what I'm doing, it is proof that it is working. Right? That is the most best argument, if you will. And so I think that if you take these teams that are really high quality, that are ambitious, that will not kind of relent when it comes to critics or inertia or anything like that, and you combine it with something that is working, that is ultimately where we get these kind of fundamental step changes in society and the economy. And that's really where the best investors are trying to put their capital.
Again, it almost seems like you're preaching to the choir here, in the sense that we've been having these conversations around builders being the engines of the economy from all the different angles. We've in fact had some conversations with a few ministers of the country, builders from all the angles. We've had Google, Amazon, telecom, and so forth. And I think what's clear in this part of the world, in Europe, is that some things cannot be moved unless we move them with builders. And we're intentionally framing the conversation around the conference as a kind of renaissance of European ambition, a kind of rekindling of what once moved mountains within Europe, whether it's culture, scientific method, and other types of progress steps that we've taken. I'm curious how you see Europe, and if you see a kind of opportunity where Europe can really take the lead in some steps that have not been taken maybe, or that have played too much on regulation and bureaucracy and so forth. And if you have some thoughts on how Europe might start this engine and push things forward.
Yeah, look, as many people I probably know, my wife is from Bulgaria. I've spent a bunch of time in Eastern Europe, and generally believe that anyone with an internet connection anywhere in the world now has the opportunity to compete on the global stage, right? And so whether you are in Europe, whether you're in Asia, whether you're in the United States, it's all a level playing field. And the reason why that's so important is that I think most builders and entrepreneurs, that's all they ask for. Give me an opportunity. I'll take it from here. And so literally with an internet connection now, you can do anything regardless of where the geography is that you are. Now, Europe specifically has a number of strengths that I think that the United States, Asia, South America, Africa, et cetera, does not have. And so leaning into the strengths could be something that could really set, I think, Europe apart. And so when you look at tech talent is massive. How many companies in the United States are trying to outsource their tech talent to teams across Europe, right? So obviously Europe has a technology skill set that many other jurisdictions would like to have or to tap into. The second thing is cost of living tends to be a little bit lower. And so therefore you can actually do more with the same amount of capital. A third thing is that Europe has been around very long time. There's tons of entrepreneurs who have tons of history. There's very large families that have been doing this for a long time. And so being able to tap into knowledge and connections and things like that. And then lastly is that Europe fundamentally understands Europe's problems better than anyone else. And so what you're able to do is you're able to build solutions for the problems that you understand. And so when teams in America or elsewhere say, hey, we're going to go to Europe, a European team of high quality entrepreneurs and builders should have the advantage, right? They understand that problem much better. And so I think that in a global world where everyone is doom scrolling on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, it's very easy to get caught up in kind of the global competition. Oh, I want to do what the people in the United States or in Asia or South America, et cetera, are doing. I tend to tell people, look, what you should do is you should focus on what is the problem and go solve that problem. And what you find is that people in the United States are better suited to solve problems in the United States. People in Europe are better suited to solve problems in Europe. Now, there are global problems, right? And you can get very, very large user bases. But if you look and you study what some of the best companies in the tech industry have ever done, they basically find a wedge into the market. Don't try to go solve a problem for 8 billion people. Try to solve a problem for 1 million people. And then once you get those 1 million people and you've built a solution that they really like, then try to find the next 1 million people. And you'll eventually get to 8 billion people if you are successful. But by building for some sort of wedge into the market, what you do is you kind of box the problem. You box the opportunity. And so it's easier to win inside that box than it is to win on the global stage. And I always think about this as kind of levels to a game. You have to win level 1 before you get to level 2. You have to win level 2 before you get to level 3. And so rather than try to go big right out of the gate, a lot of times it's actually better to start small. And so for a European entrepreneur or builder, it could be as simple as, what country are you in? What is the problem that you're trying to solve? Go win that market where there's less competition, begin to build momentum, and then earn the right to go and win in other European countries, and then eventually try to go to the global stage.
I think we could, for every answer you had, we could have ended the conversation, because there's a lot of not only value in the answers, but also an energy that you can really feel. We can feel you almost like being here. So it's really awesome to have you. I'm curious about one thing. We've had a lot of conversations about builders and what builders can really do to push things forward. Now there's an entire discussion on a global level about the way you would solve different things in a society, in an economy, and so forth. And it seems like there are two schools of thought. One is very much relying on a zero-sum mindset game, where you just want to redistribute stuff, take stuff from some people and give it to some other people, stop consuming, stop doing this, stop doing that, and so forth. And then there's another school of thought which understands that economic growth is the one thing that really improves the world. And much of what we have as economic growth comes from new technologies that we can push forward and so forth. And in one way, the one way we could really improve things is by accelerating growth, by really finding these levers. I'm curious if you were to suggest some things, like 2-3 ways by which the Romanian government might look to accelerate the economic growth that's happening in the country. What would those be?
Remove every single blocker for an entrepreneur to be successful, period. Just literally empower entrepreneurs and then get out of the way. And you know, one of the things that I use as a mental model is that entrepreneurs tend to be people who create things. Politicians tend to be people who redistribute things, right? And again, it is the incentive system in which they are put into is how their outcome or their actions end up playing out. Now, every single government has 1, 2, hopefully a handful of politicians that understand the role of the government is not to solve the problems. The role of the government is to create incentives so that the entrepreneurs can come in and solve the problems. And the reason why that becomes so important in certain countries is because when you have entrepreneurs who are courageous enough to go do this, right? And again, I use those words very carefully. The fact that someone wants to create something from scratch that has never been done before is an insane idea, right? You are going to spend your time, your money, and your energy. You are going to trade off your personal health, your mental health, all these things in order to go try to accomplish this goal. And so when somebody is willing to make that sacrifice, it is one of the most patriotic things that they can do for a country, is they want to improve their country and the lives of their citizens. And so as a government, if you want people to contribute to the country, if you want people to contribute to that patriotic kind of endeavor, then what you have to do is you have to help them. But helping them is not competing against them. It is not slowing them down. It is not putting friction in the way. It's actually the opposite. And so what we have seen across the world is that when governments make a conscious decision and they say, we are going to empower entrepreneurs, we are going to use the ideals of democratic governments, we're going to use capitalistic incentives, and we are going to let these people who are courageous enough to try to build a better world, and we're going to simply empower them and get out of the way, that is where you start to get true innovation. That is where you start to get true economic development. And so I always come back to this idea that what the internet did was it exposed everyone to the ideas of what was happening globally. But the best governments realize that they are in a global competition. And so in a global competition, the people that are actually on the playing field are not the politicians. The politicians are not competing against each other. It's the entrepreneurs who are competing against each other. And so I almost look at the politicians as they are the people who are in the training room. They're the people who are providing the water on the sidelines. They even may be sometimes the people who are trying to come up with a strategy for the game, but they're not actually on the field. And so what their job is to do is to make sure that the entrepreneurs have the resources, that they've got as much access as possible, that they've got the connections that they need. But the more that the politicians can empower these entrepreneurs and get out of the way, that is where the true economic development happens. And that is what gives countries the ability to compete on that global stage. And what we are entering into, I believe, is the hyper-competitive world where digital and also physical worlds are now being thrust into disruption. And so if you look at, COVID-19 as a great example, how many countries are saying to themselves, wait a minute, we pushed our manufacturing, we pushed our supply chains, we pushed all our logistics stuff outside of our country. We need to bring that stuff back. Well, if every single country is saying we need to do all kinds of reshoring and manufacturing and things within our borders, guess what happens? There's a competition for resources. There's a competition for talent. And so ultimately being able to say to an entrepreneur, hey, we as a country are behind you. We're going to give you everything you need to go and win this global competition. It also reinforces the courage and the ambition of an entrepreneur to say, hey, my country is behind me when I go and I do this. And I think that's really where you get a special situation. And so politicians who understand that, I think they will be the leaders of kind of the next century.
I very much agree with that. And I also believe that in Europe, especially Eastern Europe, you have a tremendous potential with very skilled and brilliant people with backgrounds in mathematics, engineering, sciences, and so forth, and a lot of low-hanging fruits. It's almost like wherever you look, there's an opportunity to improve something, to build something, to really move things forward. And it's almost like right now, there is no real competition between the countries because countries have been focusing mostly on the wrong things, have slowed down, and then you have some Eastern European countries which have started the engine, which have understood that this is the way that they can accelerate growth. Now, maybe jumping for one moment to Web3 and blockchain and all this space that is still in the very early stages, but is making some very significant progress. We've repeatedly said one thing, namely that the next Amazon or Google is very likely, probably just one smart contract away. And I'm very curious how you think Web3 and blockchain adoption could be taken to the next level, could be really accelerated and in a way where it doesn't take 10 years to reach that point, but in 1 year we feel we've made the progress of a decade.
Yeah, I mean, really it just comes down to like, what do people build with the technology, right? So forget the technology for a second. Technology ultimately doesn't matter to the end user. And so if I was to ask everyone here, what technology stack is Google built on? Most people don't know. All they know is that I type a question into a box and it gives me an answer and it's amazing, right? If I ask you what the technology stack of Amazon is, like, I don't know. I press a button on my phone and stuff shows up at my door a day later, like amazing, right? And so same thing with a number of these products. But it goes back to this idea of if you're an entrepreneur and you want to build something that ends up being highly valuable, build something that people want, right? How did we get adoption? People need to build something that people want. And so we have seen with something like ChatGPT to go from 0 to 100 million users very, very quickly. What's obvious that people wanted this thing. They were very interested in it. And so really what we're looking for is how can people take all these different technologies that technologists are very aware of now, use them in some form or combination, and then end up with a product that people are literally clamoring over. If you do that, adoption will explode. And to your point, that can happen overnight. It can happen in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. And so really, I think part of what, as a community, people have to look around the room and say is, hey, we've got 1 or 2 products that have a ton of global adoption, but there's not a lot of them actually. This is really cool technology, but what that means is that there's tons of opportunity still left on the table, right? If you go and you look at, I don't know, starting a hedge fund on Wall Street today, there's actually not that much opportunity, right? There's been so many smart people for so long who've been working on this, and they've arbitraged away a lot of that alpha. And so really what's happened is you start to get this commoditized industry. That is not what we're sitting here today with, right? We have a couple of products that have reached kind of critical mass and have gotten global adoption, but there is still a ton of opportunity, right? That we haven't had enough time. We haven't had enough smart people working on it yet. And so one that should invigorate people, that should, encourage them to go and try to build it. But if you want global adoption, then build something that people want to adopt, right? It is kind of the thought process. And so I think that's where we're headed, is that every single day, it seems like people are coming up with better innovations, they're coming up with better products, and you can see kind of on launch, more and more users are signing up for these things. But what we haven't seen really since the creation of Bitcoin is how are we going to get the thing that explodes and breaks through the noise? And so there's a ton of teams that I think I'm really excited about and believe that they have an opportunity to do this. But also, just because you have some early success, you can't lose focus. And I think that's the key piece is if you want 1 billion people to use your product, build something that 1 billion people want to use. And when you continue to focus on just what is it that a builder's job is to do, it's build something that people want. If you can solve that kind of equation, then adoption takes care of itself.
No, I come back to this idea of what I think most companies, most blockchains, most teams lose focus on, which is if you're fighting with your competitor, you always lose focus of what problem you're trying to really solve. And whenever you're focusing on building a solution for 1 billion users, at that point you understand how much the world might change, how much everyone might win if you have this one solution. So it's been extraordinary to have you with us and hear some of these thoughts. If there's one thing that builders should take home with them, what's that thought that they should take?
The world will try to convince you not to be ambitious. They'll tell you that it's crazy, it's unreasonable. Tell them they're wrong, and then go prove that they're wrong by building things that people want. And the folks who have the courage to do that ultimately are the ones who end up changing the world and improving the lives of billions of people. And so everything in your life is going to try to convince you not to do this. But if you really believe in it, you will act and you will build something that people want.
Anthony Pampliano. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Great having you, and looking forward to having you in Romania, hopefully very soon. Take care.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys soon in person.
Take care. Thank you.
Hi guys. I'm going to start with a story. A tale of innovation, of motivation, and of foremost unity. So just imagine 1,000 people and brilliant minds being all together in one place and focusing jointly on expanding the MultiversX ecosystem, on developing projects, products, and simply do what they do best, build. Now, picture that these people are coming not from 10, not from 20, but from 70 different countries. This has been the story of the xDay Hackathon right here in the Parliament of Romania and all over the world during the online component. So this has been a great story, And let's break it down into its components. So we had 1,000 hackers, all with their own mindsets, ideas, mentality, and working together jointly. We had more than 150 projects and 70 different nationalities, proving that innovation knows literally no borders at all. We had 38 judges that had an extremely harsh time for choosing the best projects because there were a lot of them. We had more than 29 partners that simply made this event be possible, and we are very much thankful for that. So by now, by all of these numbers that we have mentioned, we can pretty much say that the hackathon has been a great one. But why does it matter that much? It matters because we introduced a new wave of developers in the ecosystem, ready to take action and to build the next big things. We have had a lot of new materials, tools, and resources built by the MultiversX Foundation. And not only, we have seen a lot of great initiatives from the community, from smart contract development tools to developers' toolkits to simply great actions from big startups that wanted to support the hackers within this intensive period. A lot of projects have been kickstarted during this period, and I think we are going to see how this play out during the next weeks, months, and even years. Like, we cannot even imagine what will happen and how this will play out and the implications long term. And startups were simply brought to life. New ideas and dreams were kickstarted. The ecosystem expansion has been not only one of the highest priorities and focus of the MultiversX Foundation, but it has also been a joint focus from the whole ecosystem and community at large. And this event has played a great role in that direction. And our ecosystem is going to be very soon, it's going to bloom with all of these great colors and logos of these partners, and the ecosystem map will expand with this great project. So what's next on the horizon? Another hackathon will happen right now in November in partnership with some universities and big companies, and many more initiatives will be announced during the next weeks, months, builder houses, of course, and a lot of new initiatives for nurturing and fostering projects and more builders-oriented initiatives. We will amplify and kickstart more support, refining the experience for every development ambition in the ecosystem, and the last 3 days here were packed with announcements in this direction, from the innovation stage announcements like the Pathfinder and all of the protocol, all of the important upgrades and announcements have been a real testament in the direction, and all of this will meet the needs that are ever expanding in the ecosystem from the startup space. So yeah, ecosystem growth, this is my last note, will be a circle that will be fast-tracked and accelerated by all of these developers-oriented initiatives, documentation, tools, and support, and of course, a lot of opportunities to have the startups meet, collaborate, and work together in order to create and to do what they do again best to build. So now back into the present moment, as we approach the moment of announcing the winners of the hackathon, let's say this: big congrats to everybody that has taken part in this event and for working together closely with other fellow builders and for kickstarting new journeys and dreams. Thank you very much. Let's announce the winners, and for this, I'm going to invite my colleague, High Energy Monica, on stage to help me out for this one. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you.
Ya está.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to xDay Hackathon Awards Ceremony. The story of xDay Hackathon took different journeys on different paths: artificial intelligence, infrastructure and dev tooling, DeFi, payments, mobile apps, gaming, and Metaverse. As this brilliant minds that Alex was talking about did not stop making the impossible possible, building projects that pushed the boundaries and demonstrated the potential of MultiversX.
We had a lot of support from our partners. There was a very big prize pool that has attracted a lot of startups, and this wasn't the only ambition, but it was the whole dream of developing new products and ventures. But of course, this will help, and the whole prize pool was above 1 million, and a lot of great tools, services, and support from our very important partners that have made this simply happen. So big thank you for this, and this will go directly to the startups to support them, their ventures, and to process the next steps.
So we are talking about $1 million in prizes, credits, special prizes to award their efforts, their endless coding sessions, the 30-day-long journey of intense building, brainstorming, and actually bringing their vision into reality. Now, let's move on and focus on the heroes. And we would like to start the award ceremony. I'm sure that you are all waiting for it, myself as well. And let's get started.
AI. Let's start with
Awesome.
the first one.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Cool. So starting with the AI track. I'm gonna go from the fourth prize, third, second, and then we do the first prize. Cool. Ready?
Let's go.
The fourth winner for the AI track of xDay Hackathon is MXAI. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Now, let's move on to the third winner. The third place goes to Sensei Ecosystem. The second place goes to Blend.
Congrats. Now, for the first prize of the AI track, we would like to invite our strategic partners, Google Cloud, with whom we had a lot of great new initiatives kickstarted. And for this one, Ahmed, please join us.
Welcome. So now is the time to announce the first prize of the AI track of xDay Hackathon, which is
TKYC.
For each first prize, we are going to do a cool thing and play their video that they have submitted for the hackathon in front of the jury. And let's see what they have been building. And then if they are here, we are also inviting them on stage. Thank you very much. Thanks, Google Cloud, for supporting this
Absolutely,
first prize.
our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's play the video.
As Vitalik Buterin said,
the most important scarce resource is legitimacy.
so, in a pseudonymous world, how can you ensure the legitimacy of its users? TKYC is an on-chain analysis solution leveraging artificial intelligence. In other words, with just a public wallet address, we can determine the type of user it belongs to. Let's dive into one of the possible B to C use cases. The user logs into our site. Our AI, trained across the entire MultiversX blockchain, proceeds their wallet, utilizing deep learning technologies. The system performs clustering to discern irregularities and potential security risks within transaction patterns and wallet activities. More information on our AI on this page. But let's get back to our product. The generated profile is displayed. User can see which word describe it the most. He can mint the information in a data-CPT format, all thanks to Ethereum technologies. This way, users can effortlessly validate the relevance of their profile to any community at a glance. Or the user can share it on Excel. You can try our proof of concept by scanning the core code. Our products are user-centric, ensuring alignment with the 10 principles of self-sovereign identity. But that's not all. TKYC can also be used by business, by assist in holder selection by weighing wallets, useful for launchpads and airdrops. Our solution can also be used for bot detection and fraud prevention, and refine marketing strategies. Because the better you know your users, the more effectively you can engage them. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The potential of such technology is huge. TKYC, enhancing trust through legitimacy. We're embarking on a significant journey and are on the lookout for partners. Feel free to connect with us.
Congratulations one more time to the winners.
Big congrats. Now, let's move forward to the DeFi track. A lot of great projects have been spanning out and kickstarting journeys in the ecosystem lately, from DX25 that just went live to Atom that has been doing a lot of momentum in the ecosystem, AshSwap, and a lot of community projects. And right now, a lot of new projects will join the space via the hackathon. Let's learn more.
Shall we start announcing the winners?
Of course. Let's go.
Good. So, the fourth prize for the DeFi track, as part of the xDay Hackathon, goes to TurboDeFi.io. Congratulations. The third prize for the DeFi track goes to Refracto. Now the second winner of the DeFi track is Savings Plus by Autoscale.
Awesome. Now the champions will be mentioned and the prize will be presented by Entity, some ecosystem partners that have been focusing a lot on DeFi. So Wolfgang, please join us.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for us to support all you hardcore builders out there. And even if it's not the first place for you this time, keep on building. There's a lot of support in the ecosystem. Keep it up. So, and the first prize goes to DeFi Builder.
Big congrats. Let's play their video.
Today, we are introducing DeFi Builder, a one-of-a-kind, no-code Web3 development tool, empowering a new generation of entrepreneurs to join the DeFi race with no need for any coding. At DeFi Builder, we are solving several problems that Web3 teams encounter when launching their products. Costs are massively lower on DeFi Builder compared to a full development team, allowing us to remove the first barrier to entry into Web3 entrepreneurship. Timelines are almost non-existent thanks to our streamlined development process, and users can easily customize the front end of their apps and deploy smart contracts from their wallet. DeFi Builder supports all EVM chains, and to challenge ourselves for the xDay Hackathon, we've ported one of our modules that allow MultiversX users to easily craft their project with the help of our trained AI model. Head over to our platform and select your module of choice. In this case, we will be selecting the X token module. Then select which preset features you would like to add to your module, such as burn fees, buy fees, or anti-whale. Now feed our AI model some information about your token, such as tokenomics, token name, fee management, and click on the Generate button. Very shortly, you will have a custom token contract ready to be deployed on MultiversX. Thank you for your attention and for checking DeFi Builder out. We are working hard to integrate more of our no-code modules to MultiversX, so you will be hearing from us more often. Until then, we will keep striving to make DeFi development intuitive for any Web3 entrepreneur.
Great videos. It's been extremely hard for the juries to vote between so many good projects, and it's really exciting to go forward to the next track, the infrastructure one.
Cool. Let's go straight into the fourth winner of the infrastructure and dev tooling track. Decentralized copyright shield. The third prize of the infrastructure and dev tooling track goes to Pulsar Wallet. And the second place for the infrastructure and dev tooling track Galileo.
Big congrats. And for the next one, the first prize, we want to invite Etium, which has had an incredible energy in our ecosystem. Let's announce them with the same energy.
Awesome. Builders, the time has come. You guys have been working very hard. Just want to say a few quick words. Even if you didn't win anything, you guys did great. I saw many of you working overnight. This is just the beginning, right? So just keep pushing. If you don't win anything, don't give up. Just keep pumping, right? So let's do it.
Pump it.
And the first place winner is... This is an awesome project. In fact, we might end up using it as well. So Spawnable.
Let's see Spawnable in action.
There is a lot of noise in building smart contracts, complicated scripts, different environments, and managing all these. Let's automate. First, register your smart contract. Then connect it to GitHub and let us do the magic. Everything at your fingertips. Hackers, let's finally build. Wow! And speed it up. Let's go. This is completely automated, in the cloud. And then there is the automatically generated UI for all your smart contracts. Phenomenal. Ideal for rapid testing, admin panels, and beyond. And when you're ready, just deploy your smart contracts to mainnet using the remarkable X Portal mobile wallet. Expect many more exciting features in the future, like team collaboration, further integrations, AI auditing services, multi-sig upgrade proposals, and automatic verifications on the official MultiversX Explorer. This, hackers, is Spawnable, the all-new smart contract experience. Follow us for updates on X. See you all soon. Bye.
Awesome. Payments, a big focus and a vertical in the ecosystem. A lot of great projects, and can't wait to see the next ones that are going to be announced right now.
So congrats one more time. Cool, let's move on to the payments track. And we have the fourth winner of the payment track. LunaPay. The third place on the payments track. Pulsar Money version 2. The second place, the payments track. X-Twister.
For this one, we are going to invite XMoney to help us give the first prize. And one more note before all the first prizes will be invited on stage to take the trophy. After the video will play. So let's continue with XMoney and help us.
Just a very quick note. As a judge, it was indeed extremely difficult to evaluate the project. There were many, many very exciting and very good projects throughout. So without further ado, the first prize goes to CoinDrip.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rosa, the founder of CoinDrip. We launched our MVP on mainnet in March 2023, achieving an impressive $7.3 million in total value locked within the first 5 months. This was just the beginning of our remarkable journey. Now, we are thrilled to unveil CoinDrip 2.0, a completely new application crafted from the ground up. From our protocols code base to our brand and digital identity, we've reimagined and rebuilt everything. CoinDrip is the token streaming protocol from MultiversX, allowing you to schedule, collect, and access funds instantly, empowering the financial flexibility needed for a dynamic and rapidly evolving world. CoinDrip brings a wave of amazing new features to the table, including NFT-backed stream ownership, custom streaming functions, and a lot of other exciting innovations meant to increase the flexibility, usability, and composability of the protocol. Join us as we embark on this exciting new chapter together.
With CoinDrip, stream management and filtering have never been easier. Gain a comprehensive overview of all your incoming and outgoing streams effortlessly. To match the diverse needs of our users, we've incorporated a range of customization options for token streams, elevating their flexibility to new heights. However, our priority is to provide our users with a seamless experience and get their token stream up and running in no time. That's why we've introduced the templates gallery, featuring the most commonly used streaming types. Once you've chosen your template, there are just a few details left to complete, and you're all set. Streamlining real-time payments has never been more straightforward. After the stream is created, tokens start to stream toward the recipient, just like music is streamed on Spotify, in real time. You can check all the details regarding a stream, its progress, and all the available actions. When a new stream is created, an NFT is instantly minted for the recipient, granting them complete control over the associated stream. This unique feature makes the CoinDrip protocol incredibly composable, allowing users to explore exciting opportunities, such as trading their future revenue streams or leveraging them for loans on NFT lending platforms. Join us to experience the future of token streaming and unlock limitless possibilities in Web3.
Big congrats. Mobile applications is the next track, and there are a lot of cool mobile apps that have been developed, and looking forward to use all of them next to X-Portal and onboard a lot of users, as the whole ecosystem has been doing with X-Portal and all of the other cool apps. Monica, let's go there.
Cool. Mobile apps. The fourth place for the mobile apps track in the xDay Hackathon goes to Opa Tracker. Congrats. It goes fast, right?
Yeah.
The third place for the mobile apps track we decide. And the second winner of the mobile apps track is Gift Cup.
Big congrats. And now the champion of the mobile applications will be announced by Sergio from X-Portal.
Everyone loved you when you were on stage.
Yeah, and I love everyone. So it was extremely exciting to be part of the hackathon as well and judge and see all the excitement from you guys. And I want to congratulate all of you. You're all winners. Just by being here, you're winners. So big congrats.
Are you ready?
I'm super ready. Yeah, let's see. So,
do you have a guess, maybe? You have a guess?
I have a guess. No, I don't want to guess. So let's go. First prize goes to XOX No. Congratulations. Let's see the video.
Let's see a demo of their app.
Hello everyone. In this video I will present the XOX mobile app and how it does interact with the MultiversX blockchain and with X-Portal. We open, this is the launch screen. We have Face ID authentication without a PIN. The PIN is by default disabled, and from the settings you can enable it. At first I am already authenticated. Let's scroll a bit around. We have a homepage which is more like a direction homepage. From this page people will navigate in different directions, like discover events, that will be the future module, explore new dApps, basically other ecosystem applications, explore fresh drops, it's basically minting collections, and find collect art is the overall collections of the marketplace. So if we press on this, we'll have a list of top collections sorted by daily volume. We can infinity scroll, very smooth, and we can select something to go inspect. We go to Stramoshi. We see the overall statistics of the collection with the description, the verify badge, We can follow from here. We can as well unfollow. Yes, unfollow. Read more from the description. We can see the liquid value, floor value, volume, listed count, followers and holders count. We have the instant sale price where we can trade one of our NFTs for a specific offer that we select. We can see the user that placed the offer. We can as well see offers with the required attribute from here. For example, this one is the required of boost with Cartan Seawayne name. So if I press accept, I should select an NFT from that specific attribute.
We just gave you a glimpse of the Xosno app. They were that enthusiastic that have created a very long video, but we just gave you a glimpse, and you will soon you will be able to test the app live. Now, let's move forward to the gaming and metaverse track.
We reached the last track, so that's the gaming and metaverse. Congrats everyone and all the participants that were part of the xDay Hackathon. So let's do it for the fourth winner of the xDay Hackathon. The Cursed Land. The third place for the gaming and metaverse track goes to Remotis. And the second winner for the gaming and metaverse track Gods of Fire by Dragons Arena.
Now, the presenters of the gaming and metaverse track is Tencent Cloud, and Tencent is also the largest holder and portfolio company of gaming companies in the world in the Web2 space. Glad to have you as partners.
Nice to be here. Thank you. We are truly humbled by the number of participants, by the quality of submissions, and this was truly a hard decision. So congrats to everyone. Thank you. And now, the first prize goes to AI Nexus. Congrats again.
Congrats, everyone. These have been the champions of the xDay Hackathon. And as the final notes, we have right now here the ecosystem app. This will be expanded with all of the 150 plus projects that have been submitted, and this will bloom with all of these startups in the ecosystem.
So big congratulations, everyone. We were really impressed by your creativity and all the ideas that you had, and being consistent for 30 days and building and coming at the innovation stage, sleeping there actually overnight. Super cool, and we will definitely do it again. Nothing of this would happen without our partners. Thank you very much for your support to all the partners and supporters for the xDay Hackathon.
Thank you. And now there is going to be a very, very special moment. We are going to invite on stage all of the winners of the hackathon. Fourth prize, third prize, second, and first. So all startups that are in here in the room, please join us on the stage to get a very cool picture. Our partners as well will give the prizes to the first ones in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Prize. Take the prize. So guys, Soxno, I think, can take the mobile application prize, coin drip, the payments, and everybody from the first prize, please take the prizes from the main partners. Okay. Te duci tu la fiecare? Sau? So many builders. Come join us.
Yes. Mai faceți așa.
This is going to be an epic picture, right?
The winners of the xDay Hackathon. Congrats.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's do a final call for the first prizes to take the trophies. So let's start with the mobile applications track. The mobile applications track, the winner is Soxno. Please. The gaming first prize is IA Nexus. Are you here, guys? If not, you'll take this home. Thank you very much. Monica, for the AI track.
For the AI track.
TKYC. Guys, DeFi Builder. Which was? And Spawnable. Oh. And the payments track, presented by Xmoney, CoinDrip. Guys, it's amazing to have an ecosystem full of builders, and congrats for everybody for taking part in the xDay Hackathon. It's been magic. Let's get back to building.
Guys, it's been an extraordinary 3 days, and every day at midnight or around midnight, we went to visit the hackathon space, see how many people were still alive, how things were going, and I would like to just emphasize what we have been discussing throughout these 3 days, that it really is this type of builders that move the mountains. At first, it's just one step. Sometimes it works, sometimes you have to try another 100 steps until one fits. But it is the idea that you can push things forward yourself, that you don't need to rely on all the other external factors and so forth, that gives you the power to move forward. And I would like to, again, just congratulate all the builders that have been part of this and have been pushing the boundaries of everything we've been seeing with the hackathon. So a big round of applause for them. Thank you. Now, this last 3 days, I think we've seen a very, very diverse set of strategies that we've been exploring in order to expand and accelerate the ecosystem. And we've been thinking a lot about these bridges that we can build, which once open, just bring not only better, larger, more interesting partners, but a lot of other builders from other parts of the world, from other markets, and so forth. This has been one of the themes. Then you've also seen the upgrades that we've been pushing with the mainnet. A lot of progress on that front. The ZK stuff that has been announced that is coming to MultiversX is absolutely extraordinary. Just a big round of applause for Grigore and what he's building. In addition to the network and the tools that I think with the hackathon have had the most significant upgrade, perhaps since the launch of the mainnet, just so many things coming together in preparation for the builders that are coming in. In addition to all of that, we've also showcased some major milestones for the products that we've been launching. And I think the excitement around xPortal, xFabric, and xMoney have also been extraordinary. So big round of applause for those projects.
Maybe also for the cards. Let's not forget the cards, especially the cards.
The key point, moving one step further, is that we've been trying to not only have the technical discussion, but then also the business discussion. The conversations with Google, with Amazon, with Deutsche Telekom, with Axelar, and with Tencent are just extraordinary steps that we're taking with giants in the technology space. And I could not be more excited to have partners like this in the ecosystem that are very focused to bring new resources and new tools for the builders that are here and that are trying to push things forward. So big round of applause for the partners that we're having with us as well. Last but not least, we've been having some conversation in Romania and in Europe that I think are remarkable. We usually take things for granted when they're happening, when it's conversations with regulators or government officials or just the central bank. Each of these conversations have taken years to just prepare things, get them ready, and then have the proper conversation with these regulators. So we want to thank the regulators, government officials, not only for the openness, but also for the willingness to push things forward. As we've heard on each of these fronts, things are really moving forward. Blockchain strategies, regulation, and so forth that seek to really be productive, not stand in the way, but really move things forward, is what will contribute to the next step of adoption within Romania and within Europe as well. So a big round of applause for the government officials and partners that we've been having. Now, the last part in this conversation before our MCEs will make some more announcements about what's following afterwards is that we would definitely not be here without the entire MultiversX team that has been pushing the limits over and over again for the last 5 years. On all the things that we've been trying to do, we've several times stumbled, failed on some things, learned the lessons, but never stopped for 1 second. Whether we slept in the office for a few days without a hackathon, just for fun, pushing the boundaries, or just pushing forward over and over again, despite all the obstacles that have come throughout the time. It's been an extraordinary journey, and we could not be here without all the MultiversX team. So I would like to first invite the entire MultiversX team on stage to come with us.
Let's go.
They're still coming. They're still coming.
I think we need a second stage, almost.
The innovation stage.
Definitely, definitely.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Hope the stage doesn't break down as everyone comes in.
Almost, almost.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. So, you see a few people here out of the entire team. The team is, of course, much larger, and all the efforts that you've been seeing are put in every day to just move the boundaries forward. This is not easy. It won't ever be easy. But within MultiversX ecosystem and team, we've taken upon ourselves to just take this hardcore spirit and push things to the next level. So big round of applause for the MultiversX team. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Maybe one last note from Lucian, if you want to add something.
Definitely, definitely. So highly, highly appreciate everybody for coming to the second xDay 2023. It's been a pleasure. I think it's been very intense 3 days and very productive discussions here on the stage. And also highly appreciate the efforts from everybody that has helped us putting the xDay together and also pushing the technology every day upward. Thanks a lot. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody.
So this last note is just that summarizing everything we've been saying. It's been a phenomenal 3 days. We've discovered many new products, many new startups, very, very significant upgrades, and we've had this with you, our community. It's been extraordinary, and we want to thank you for that. Big round of applause for the MultiversX community and ecosystem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can move. Thank you, everyone.
Definitely. Thank you.
And while you move, I must tell you that when we first met you, me and Raluca, big mention, Raluca is on a different stage now, she's an actress. And she stars in a play tonight, it's called Countryside House, Căsuța de la Țară. Go see it, it's a National Theatre in Bucharest, Teatrul Național București. When we first met you, we said we were curious, and you fed our curiosity more than enough over our heads. We have food for thought many months to come. I wish you all bring to life your ideas and your dreams. And also, when you make these things work, when you make your business up and running, remember to tell a story about your idea for those less techy like me, for those less, well, not so familiar with the technology, the old, the young, the ones that don't trust technology, the ones that don't want to embrace technology. So make sure that you build a story around your idea so that you get your ideas to the whole world. We have seen each other in the hallways, in the booths. Maybe you haven't seen yourself between yourselves. Front of house, can we please bring the lights up? Some lights up. You have been the most amazing public to this event, so this is to you. Whoa! So interactive, so reactive. You've been wonderful. Wonderful. We could have wished for a better public, so thank you. We need you people, good people, to quickly get out of this room so that we can arrange the party meeting here. We'll see you outside over a drink. Stay safe, stay healthy, dream big. Thank you.
Hello, xDay 2023 Community Awards. Who's ready? Woo! Guys, for this one, I'm gonna need everybody in here, so please come forward like it's your most favorite rock band and you're gonna go wild. Can you all please come in the front, please? Thank you, thank you. Come, come, come. So, the whole idea of the MultiversX Community Award is the fact that nothing that we are doing here doesn't make sense unless we have the amazing people from our community. And we want to show, we want to shout out a few names. And for the past few weeks, actually, you guys have been able to vote for your favorite projects through one of our partners, which is EGLD Community, and the team from Morningstar Ventures. So thank you so much for voting. Tonight, we're going to find out who the favorite projects were, and I'm going to ask these amazing people to come on stage and say a few words. So when that happens, and before I announce an award and a company, what I want you guys to do is raise your hands and go, "Ooh!" Can we do an exercise? Come on. Awesome, awesome. That's what I want to hear, guys, okay? Are you ready? Yes. So, the first category for the best social impact project that you guys have voted is Pulsar Money! Can you please come on stage? Can I get a microphone? Oh, the guy was sleeping with a microphone in his hand.
Oh my God, thanks guys so much. Thank you for your votes and thank you for being with us. You've been amazing and thank you for trusting us, right?
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Pulsar Money, everybody! Thank you. Okay, so the next category, this is for the best tech project from MultiversX ecosystem. Who do you think it is? Can I get some names? Shout some names. Come on, who do you think it is? Okay, okay, interesting. Okay, the project who won the best tech category. Please, let's make some waves. Hackathon!
So thank you, everybody. Happy to be here. I just want to say thank you to all the Hackathon team and all of you at Multiverse, okay? So thanks, Benjamin.
Hackathon project, everyone. Okay. So as you guys may know, some of these awards are actually, awards that you guys have voted for from the community, and some other awards are something that we as a foundation give to some of the people that we think are pretty cool and are helping quite a lot within our ecosystem. So we're super excited about that. But the next category, it is for the best NFT project. Now I know. Can you shout some names? Come on. I know there's a whole battle in the NFT community, but I want to hear who makes some noise for your favorite project. Come on, everybody raise your hands. For the next project in the NFT community is Cow Cow! Is it working?
Awesome to have you.
Let's see.
Hello, hello. Thank you, guys. Big shout out to our community and to my team, and thanks for the votes.
Thank you very much, Cow Cow community. These guys, I hear that some of you are tired today and almost sleeping because of the party that these guys threw last night. So I hear some noise about that. Okay, the next category that we are awarding tonight is for the most creative project in the MultiversX community. And can you please raise your hands and make some noise? For the most creative project is Cyberpunk City! Where's the Cyberpunk team? Okay, Jack, come on, man.
This is my second time on this stage. I am really thrilled and very happy. Thank you all, and thanks to the great MultiversX team for this great opportunity, and I hope you'll have a great, great, great night. Woo!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cyberpunk. So, let's see. The next category, for the most community-centric project. And these guys are also the guys that you guys have voted for. They are the project who are making most efforts towards our community. Again, your hands up. Cow, cow again!
Thank you for the votes again. Have a great night, and thank you again.
Okay, they are getting used to the stage, right? This is pretty awesome, guys. I mean, it's extremely hard to build a community, and when you do it right, of course, you get voted several times. So, congrats for that. Now, the next project, the next category is for the best real-world applicable project. And we have several projects from our ecosystem that, you know, have either brought the Web 2 to the Web 3 or are doing some pretty insane things in the real world use cases. And for this, again, can you please put your hands up for the winner of this project, which is QR!
Yeah. Thank you, community. Thanks again. It's the second prize, and see you next year for the third prize for the real world applicable project. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're getting close, and I promise you we'll try to finish this as soon as possible to let the party start. But before that, the next category is for the best design project. And this is, I mean, we've seen some really incredible projects in our community, tremendous efforts from our community projects to make sure that they have amazing design. But this evening, only one project will be able to win this category. So, can you please raise your hands up again for the winner, which is Cyberpunk City again!
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a real pleasure to be here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, guys, it's pretty obvious, especially when you go to their booth and you play that amazing game. We can't wait to have the full version out. No stress, guys, no pressure, but the world is waiting for your fully product. Coming soon, yes, that's what I want to hear. Okay, the next category. It is for the most entertaining project from the MultiversX ecosystem. Your hands up again, ladies and gentlemen, and let's welcome on stage. Oh, God. Come on, get on stage. I mean, if this was not obvious for you guys, then you need to go on Twitter and find out who this guy is and what he's doing. Pepe Amin Pinku. I was going to say Minku.
Voting. And yeah, 69.
Pepe Amin is the guy. You need to follow him on Twitter. Has pretty funny stuff. Okay, guys. So we're gonna get going and discuss about the next category for Sustainability Impact Award. Of course, we have in the MultiversX community several projects that are working towards this goal, and you may already know that MultiversX is the first carbon negative blockchain infrastructure from Europe, which we're pretty proud of. But this is also translating into the projects that are working within our ecosystem. So can you please again raise your hands up to welcome on stage the winner, which is Sense for Feet!
Thank you so much, guys. I'm so honored and pumped in the same time to really build together with MultiversX and all of you amazing things. I don't know if you really understand the impact we are really doing in this world together. And for me, it was 3 historical days. And congratulations for the team. You really was amazing, guys. Let's give a hand to the MultiversX team because nobody will recognize them like this. Give them a hand.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the award, and keep in touch. Stay close with us.
Thank you very much, Sense for Feet. Okay, the next award is for Innovation Excellence Award. And for this one, guys, I want you again to do the same thing, but this time, can you raise your hands up from there and then make a wave? Make a wave to this part of the room and with some noise, please. Okay, we start now. 1, 2, 3, go! Woo! Easthume! Okay, where are the Easthume guys? Okay, Mark, come on. Get on stage, Mark.
Awesome, guys. The Ethereum team, just put your hand up. Those guys, right?
Yes.
So that's the reason.
Hello,
right?
Ethereum team.
Thank you to MultiversX team. We love you guys. Guys, this is actually a community effort. I'm just so happy, right? Like it's brilliant to be recognized this way in this setting. So thank you very much. Keep building. And I can see the Ethereum sign up there. Just one last thing. I love Romania, and I can't wait to come back. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Thank you, mate.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, mate.
Awesome to have you. Watch out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mark from Ethereum. We love you as well. So let's move on to the next category. The next category award is for interoperability achievement. And of course, guys, you've also seen that a huge theme for this year's conference for us has been interoperability, and that was the announcement with Axelar, right? So we want to award those categories of projects from within our ecosystem who are making efforts in this direction as well. So please, again, put your hands up and make some noise for the winner, which is Joshua!
Hello, MultiversX community, and happy to see and happy to win this achievement. And first, I would like to thank for creating this blockchain, and actually thank for the team because the 6 past months were really difficult for us, but we are happy to contribute to DeFi ecosystem. And at the moment, MultiversX already captured 83 million in total value locked. And I believe that with all of our effort, we will see 10 times 6 increase for the next year. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you so much, Jules Swap. Amazing team with really hard efforts in our space as well. Okay, so the next award. This thing doesn't work anymore. Okay, it didn't work because it's a special award, right? Okay, guys, so we also have, as mentioned, from the foundation part, we also have some special awards for people which we think have done, special sort of efforts within our community over the years. And again, there's only 2 awards for this one. So again, can you please raise your hands again and make some noise for the special award, which is Wandex!
Thank you. Thank you, Wandex community. We love you.
Thank you so much. Wandex have been, helping with some other stuff on the technical front, and a team that really worked quite hard on that front as well. So this is the final award for tonight. Again, a special award. And guys, everything that you guys have seen with xDay, the spirit of xDay, the details of what you see in this beautiful location has been the efforts of 2 really amazing people. That they've worked extremely hard to make sure that we have xDay in the form of shape of how it looks today, so that everybody and each one of us can enjoy it. Can we please make some noise for the next special award, which is dedicated for 2 special people? Raise your hands up and make some noise for Capucine and Christian! Can you please come on stage? Capucine and Christian. A round of applause, guys. These are the people who work super hard for how xDay looks and feels. Please come on stage. Oh yeah, you have to say a few words.
No, I did all the work, so you can do this at least.
We couldn't do it alone. We are a team and we did it as a team. So thank you for supporting us. Thank you for hating us to hunt you down for presentation and everything. But we are proud for what we deliver. Thank you. And we deliver as a team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Guys, again, we cannot emphasize enough how much we value you as a community. I could be here on this stage giving awards to an insane amount of people who are contributing on a daily basis. I mean, we have people from all over the world that put tremendous efforts to create content on the internet, to do a lot of stuff. And our ecosystem is growing tremendously. So please, a round of applause for everybody in the MultiversX ecosystem who is contributing. So, this is it for tonight. Officially, the xDay 2023 community party is open. Thank you. Woo.
a drink. Drinks are on the corner.
Guys,